Things I've taught my company because of that experience is that when you're an entrepreneur and you're competing against other companies that are bigger than you, and there are 4 banks in the United States that account for more than $2 trillion in market cap, SoFi is worth $4 billion. How do we beat a company like that? We have to run fast and hard. We call it blitzscaling. There's a book that Reid Hoffman wrote about it, and it's the exact term that we use at our company called blitzscaling. It's growing really fast and building really fast. What I tell the company is, don't focus on the plays that we didn't do well. Focus on the plays we did well, because we are offense, we're not defense. We're not an orchestra.
Anthony Noto has a strategy to defeat the legacy banks. Fintech domination, a classic story of David and Goliath. Any quick Google search and you're able to see all of SoFi's quarterly reports, their financials, institutions buying, and any SoFi stock related news. To save you due diligence, you could even check out the 150 plus SoFi videos we created because we like the stock. But what about the intangibles? What they don't tell you, the mission, company culture, and values going on behind the fintech juggernaut that is SoFi. In this video, we'll be going over an emotional Stanford talk by SoFi CEO Anthony Noto made a few years back to give you a glimpse into SoFi's culture and mission as a company. You'll hear 3 of SoFi's most important core values. We've also linked the video in the description box below. If you need a little extra motivation to hold SoFi and to show you the character of SoFi CEO Anthony Noto, then this video is for you. On that note, we're not financial advisors and this is not financial advice, so always do your own due diligence. We personally think going through adversity throughout your life builds character. We also created a video earlier this year on not only the adversity that SoFi has gone through, but how Anthony Noto played a huge role in saving SoFi when it was going downhill. In this Stanford talk, Anthony Noto talks about his upbringing as a child and where he came up.
Mission-driven company and culture, and I'll be very quick. The upbringing that I had, my mom not graduating from high school, not having any money, being on welfare and being on food stamps, I thought lunch was free until I got to 7th grade because we were free lunch kids. And I got to middle school and it wasn't free anymore and I got embarrassed because I had no money. And I went home and said to my mom, we had to pay for lunch. She goes, yeah, you always had to pay for lunch. We got it for free because we didn't have any money. Like, that's from where I came.
For those of you that don't know, Anthony Noto was the former CFO and COO of Twitter before coming to SoFi. I know what you're thinking. Why would he leave his position in such a massive company to come to SoFi?
So when SoFi called me, things were just turning around on Twitter, and it was the hardest job I had in my life. 4 years of really, really grinding work, and the business was just doing well, and I had no intention to leave. And the people on the board at SoFi knew me, and I knew them, and they said, don't embarrass us. At least come and meet with us, and we'll tell you about the company.
Fast forward a few years later, and SoFi's goal is still very clear. It's helping their members get their money right. Their mission as a company is to help people reach financial independence. Now, what about SoFi's culture and core values?
Through our values, the foundation of the culture we're trying to build is our core values. There's a bunch of core values there that I lived my life by and that I've brought to the company and they've embraced. They're incredibly important to me. One is make your footprint bigger than your foot. Second is run after problems. Don't say that's not my problem. And the third is get to the truth. You can't make the best decisions, you can't be excellent if you don't get to the truth. So those are 3 core values we have as a company, and we're trying to have the best culture in the world. And there's another 8 values that are there for you to read, and you can watch this video and I go through them.
A few other values of SoFi Anthony Noto didn't mention in this talk were: put our members' interests first, embrace diversity, everyone should feel welcome, included, and able to contribute, do the right thing, if you're not sure, do the harder thing, set ambitious goals, be gritty, be accountable, take care of other people and help them grow, iterate, learn, innovate, be SoFi missionaries, and most importantly, don't forget to smile. With all that being said, here's one last piece of advice from Anthony Noto.
Read and you can watch this video and I go through them. The last piece of advice I'll give you is live your life by 3 things, and I've plagiarized these 3 things, the others were mine. First, work as hard as you can. If the other person is as good as you and you work as hard as you can, you'll outwork them and you will win. If you're not as good as them and you outwork them, you will also win, sort of like the 4th quarter. Work as hard as you can. Second is do the right thing. If you're not sure, then you know you're doing the wrong thing. Do the harder thing. Do the right thing. If you're not sure, do the harder thing. And if you have to ask yourself the question, it's generally the wrong thing. And then last, take care of other people. So make your footprint bigger than your foot, run after problems, get to the truth, instill that in your company and your employees, and you'll have a great culture. And then individually work as hard as you can, do the right thing and take care of other people.
A special shout out to everyone in our Patreon community. You guys truly help to make these videos possible, and we really appreciate all the support. We'll do our absolute best to provide the most value possible. Shout out to Arthur Magazu, Wei Chu, Pietro Serra, Daniel Corbett, Mr. Welfare, Casey Patel, Jeff Sherman, Gregory Villar, Bo Park, Denzel, Shonda, Reginald Davis, Les Broadway, Christian Cardelphi, Kevin Beaufriend, and Alan. We really appreciate all the support. Thanks for watching. We greatly appreciate it. And until next time, peace.